Welcome once again to the Church of Faith Worldwide Ministries, chapter by chapter Bible study. We are overjoyed to have you with us today as we continue our journey through the book of Exodus and dive into the 7th chapter. In our last session, we saw God speaking directly to Moses and Aaron, giving them a divine commission. He laid out his plan, not just for the immediate deliverance of Israel, but for a series of events that would demonstrate his supreme power over all the gods of Egypt. God was setting the stage, preparing his servants for the monumental task ahead. He was reassuring them that despite Pharaoh's hardened heart, his will would be done. As we open Exodus chapter 7, we move from the preparation to the confrontation. This is where the action truly begins. Moses and Aaron, now 80 and 83 years old, respectively. The chapter opens with God once again strengthening Moses' resolve. He says, "See, I have made you like God to Pharaoh, and your brother Aaron will be your prophet." This is an incredible statement. God is elevating Moses, giving him divine authority in this specific context. Aaron will be his spokesperson, delivering the very words of God to the king. This isn't about Moses becoming a deity, but about him acting as God's fully authorized representative. They go before Pharaoh, and the first sign is performed. Aaron throws down his staff, and it becomes a serpent. This is a direct challenge. Pharaoh, unimpressed, calls his own wise men and sorcerers the magicians of Egypt. They perform the same feat with their secret arts. But then, God shows his superiority in a stunning way. Aaron's staff, now a serpent, swallows up the staffs of the magicians. The message is clear. God's power is infinitely greater. Yet, as the Lord had foretold, Pharaoh's heart was hardened. This sets the pattern for the plagues that are to follow. The first plague is initiated. God instructs Moses to meet Pharaoh by the Nile in the morning. There, Aaron will strike the water with the staff, and the entire river, the lifeblood of Egypt, will turn to blood. The Nile itself was considered a god hopi. Other deities were associated with it. By turning the river to blood, God demonstrated his power over their most revered natural resource, and the gods, they believed, controlled it. The fish in the Nile died, the river stank, and the Egyptians couldn't drink from it. They had to dig for water elsewhere. He simply turns and goes back to his palace, seemingly unfazed. For 7 days, the land of Egypt suffered under this first plague, this first powerful declaration from the God of Israel. Chapter 7 is a powerful beginning to the 10 plagues. It establishes a critical theme. The battle is not just between Moses and Pharaoh, but between the one true God and the false gods of Egypt. God is systematically dismantling the religious and cultural foundations of the most powerful empire on earth to prove that he alone is the Lord. It teaches us about God's sovereignty, his patience, and his ultimate power to deliver his people. What an incredible chapter to set the scene for the dramatic events to come. Thank you for joining us today for this study of Exodus chapter 7. We pray this has been a blessing to you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss our next session as we delve into chapter 8 and witness the continuation of God's mighty acts. God bless you, and we'll see you next time.